The Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games is being celebrated through a community art project organized by Brock University's Faculty of Education, and it's called pARTicipation 2022.
pARTicipation 2022 was a community art project that I engaged in through a grant that I got through Brock University, where they invited faculty to do research around the Canada Games that were coming to Niagara. I engaged 8 visual arts students who are getting their teaching degree, and they were employed through this grant to teach workshops in 8 different school sites across the Niagara region. They worked in both the Catholic board and the public board, elementary schools and high schools.
Students in grade 4 to 12 from across the region worked with a common theme to achieve their artistic goals.
With the Canada Games as the backdrop, art and sports was the theme that was presented to the students. And the way the artwork came about is that the Brock education students worked with the classroom teachers to develop the theme and what they were going to do with the students in the respective classrooms. We had elementary classrooms, high school classes. Currently here at the Niagara Falls Public Library, we've got 2 schools that were involved. A.N. Meyer, it was a grade 11-12 art class with Mr. Joe Fernandez, and then it was also a grade 8 class from Simcoe Street Public School. Mr. Scott Thompson was the classroom teacher there. The 2 projects that they engaged with at A.N. Meyer, you'll notice in the background here there's long strips of canvas, and so the students were tasked with taking this long strip of unstretched canvas and to come up with an art project with those dimensions, which can be quite challenging actually. So taking the theme of art and sports, each student approached it quite differently when you look at each of the individual works. At Simcoe Street Public School, the student engaged with the motif of the turtle, as you can see right here. And so different geometric shapes, art and color combinations were put into the compositions. Victoria McNaughton was the Brock education student who worked at Simcoe Street, and Rachel Strengle, she worked at A.N. Meyer Secondary School, and she's going through to be a high school teacher.
How does it feel to have the work on display here at the Niagara Falls Public Library?
When the students were asked to reflect on the project, the number one thing that they all said is that they were so excited to have their work being showcased in a public venue. So often when kids do art in school, it's just done in the classroom and then it's marked by the teacher and then they take it home and it maybe goes on the fridge. But in this case, for the work to be showcased in a public forum like this here at the Niagara Falls Public Library, they were so excited. We had an opening event and many of the students and their families and caregivers came to see the work in a public gallery. That was the highlight for them.
Not only is artwork on display here at the Niagara Falls Public Library, but it's also showcased throughout the region. Can you talk about that?
It's also being shown at the St. Catharines Public Library in downtown St. Catharines, the Welland Public Library, the Fort Erie Native Friendship Center, and the Niagara Native Center, and the Grimsby Public Art Gallery. So we have 6 different sites where the art is being shown this summer.
While working on pARTicipation 2022, students discovered that there are many similarities between art and sports.
With art making, skills can be taught and skills can be developed just the same way it can be in sports. And so the students really saw that, and that became one of the clear goals of this project as well. I'm so excited about this project. It's a great celebration for our students in our schools, the teachers who work with the students, the Brock education students, and our community centers, like the Niagara Falls Public Library, who engages so much with the community and they invite groups to come in. They were so warm and welcoming to me, and I'm very grateful for that. So just the idea that the Niagara Games was not just about sports, but that we could also bring art to celebrate what was going on here in our own backyard.
pARTicipation 2022 will be on display until the end of August. At the Niagara Falls Public Library, I'm Mark Wikobrado, reporting for The Source.